Hello everyone. Hello everyone and welcome to the class for Foundation Engineering. I'm Professor Kakade Bedi and we are learning unit number 2, which is bearing capacity and shallow foundation. Okay. So we discussed many things, many topics in this particular unit. In the last lecture, we discussed about the modes of shear failure. As we discussed earlier, that the failure of the foundation is based on the two criteria, which is shear failure and settlement. So the shear failure is the criteria of a completely based on the safety, that the if any foundation fails in the shear, it means that if any foundation fails in the shear, it means that it thoroughly fails. Okay, so it is affect on the safety of a particular structure. Okay, and the second criteria is settlement. So the settlement is of a two type, which is the total settlement, and second one is the partial settlement, or we could say that the differential settlement. It means that the some foundation or some column or this of the whole building being settled and other not. So it also causes a severe problem to the structure. So the shear failure, it shows the different modes of failure, which is three modes: general shear failure, local shear failure, and punching shear failure. So the general shear failure is occurred in the case of a steep soil. Okay, a hard strata kind of the things are below the foundation is known as steep strata, and that in such foundation condition the general shear failure could occur. Okay, and a so general shear failure shows a bulging on the top surface or the on the ground, which could which could represent the failure of the particular foundation or subgrade soil. Okay, so general shear failure can be identified, and we could provide a measures and solution to hold up the structure or to avoid the total failure of the structure. Okay, so general shear failure shows three zones of failure: first, second, and third. We discussed in the detail in last lecture. Okay, and the second one is the local shear failure. So when the soil is not that much of soil is not that much of bearing capacity, in such situation the local shear failure might be occur. Okay, general shear failure occurred in incompressible soil. So the soil does not compress even there is a high load or load beyond the ultimate limit. So it just expand or show the strain towards a lateral and longitudinal direction, so that the bulging or shear failure of this such thing is in the lateral direction is large. Okay, in the local shear failure, the zones are only divided into two types, which is below the foundation and in the lateral direction. But the lateral direction strain is very less, and bulging of the soil in upward direction of the ground is also very small. Okay, so the local shear failure is happen in the strata like clay and other things. Okay, next is the punching shear failure. So we will discuss thoroughly that punching shear failure is one of the most dangerous type of the failure in the case of in the case of shear failure. So when we discussed about the punching shear failure, it is a kind of the sudden failure which does not shows any sign of failure. So that's why it is kind of difficult to identify the criteria or the behavior of a foundation before the failure. So here it is general shear failure, where the first figure shows different zones of the failure, where the first zone is suddenly below the ground, suddenly below the foundation and other two zones are showing here, where the lateral strain or the lateral movement of the soil is also huge, okay, and the bulging above the ground surface is also large, so that the due to the bulging and other strain which is shown lateral and longitudinal direction is huge, so that we could able to identify this kind of the failure. So that there is a other graph, ultimate strength or ultimate bearing capacity versus settlement also shows that if the load is attached to the ultimate bearing capacity, beyond this the bearing capacity of the soil is decreases, and the settlement also increases, so that up to the bearing capacity, the ultimate bearing capacity of such shear failure is very high as compared to the other failure. So it is acceptable to general shear failure. Up to the general shear failure, it is not been added to the design that any failure could happen, but if in any circumstances happen in condition, like in the case of earthquake or lateral load or sudden load, in that condition we could able to accept the general shear failure, but other two failures are not acceptable in by the case of safety and serviceability also. Next is the local shear failure. So local shear failure shows less ultimate strength, let bearing ultimate bearing capacity as compared to the general shear failure. So here there is no second zone here. Okay, you cannot see the second zone, only first zone and second zone. The third zone is not present at this situation, so the vertical or the vertical movement of the soil is very less. So the soil is compressible, so that the extra pressure or extra load be subjected. Sorry, a foundation is subjected under the extra load or any suspension or sudden load. In that condition, we could say that it transfer the strain toward the soil, and it just compress the other soil strata which is available surrounded to the soil. Okay. And the graph which shown here is showing that the ultimate bearing capacity of the soil is less. Okay, and last one is a punching shear failure. So punching shear failure is the sudden failure which is happen in the loose strata where the bearing capacity is very low, and any additional load could cause this failure. Okay, so in this figure you could able to see that there is no other zones, like only first zone is present, which is below the foundation surface. There is no other two zones are present. Okay, so this kind of the failure is we could say that dangerous, and it happens when there is a liquefaction condition or the soil is very loose, or we could it is kind of the sudden expansion and contraction condition, quicksand condition happens. So many so that the foundation suddenly goes downward and shows a settlement up beyond the limit. Okay, so the theoretical part is the failure pattern is not well defined, so we don't know what will it behaves when this punching shear failure happen. Suddenly it goes down, or suddenly the foundation will break, or whatever it is. in punching shear failure of the soil. No bulging. Okay, so no bulging. What the mean of this case? That we cannot go downward direction. Okay, beyond the ground we don't know what is happening there. So when the bulging arises on the this kind of the condition, it means that the failure is happening. So only observation is above the ground surface. So if there is no sign of the bulging, it means that we don't know what is happening at that particular situation. Ground surface and no tilting of the footing occurs. So in local shear failure, there kind of the uneven settlement or tilting might be happen, so that if after tilting we could able to identify that the foundation having some problem. Okay, the yield surface are vertical plane immediately adjacent to the side of the foundation, so that this particular soil is also compressible. So whenever the extra load is applied to this soil, it suddenly goes down, so that it transfer its space, okay, to the other surface. Okay, failure takes place immediately below the footing. Okay, so this point is also explained that it is immediate, so no sign of it, and there is no long process. In the case of general shear failure, it is a long process, that it's little bit bulging at the first point, and then with respect to time the bulging increases, and after a year or 2 year, or we could say that after a decade, it could fail, foundation could fail. So this is the possibility in the general shear failure, but in the punching shear failure, within an hour or within minutes it could fail. Okay, and surrounding soil remain relatively unaffected. So as the punching machine punch the paper, it suddenly, that kind of the cases happen in this foundation, that the area below the foundation fail, and it does not affect the other area which is adjacent to the particular foundation. Okay, the graph is also shown here that the settlement is huge and the bearing capacity is very low. Okay, so beyond this, the settlement is also shown in the dotted line, because it also does not able to find out that how the foundation will behave when the punching shear failure will happen. Okay. So this statement is a large settlement. Ultimate load is not well defined, so we don't know how much load it could be bear. Okay, ultimate load cannot be defined, and large settlement suddenly it goes down and down. Okay, or it goes something up to the limit. So we don't know what to it would be behave. Okay, punching shear failure takes place in a weak compressible soil. So weak soil, compressible soil. So this is the indication that you are building the foundation at the very critical area, and it is not to be acceptable. So whenever we find out the bearing capacity, we able to when we just test the soil by different means. Okay, so at the starting of the subject we discussed about it. When we test the soil, we able to find out or classify the soil or its property, so that we are conclude that what kind of foundation to be provided, or the foundation to be provided or not. Considerable vertical settlement, okay, that is occurs in soil of very high compressibility. So very high compressibility. So this is the particular point which we must be understand, that what kind of the soil to be decide before the provide foundation. In the next lecture, we will discuss about the Terzaghi theory of a bearing capacity, where the one equation will discovered by the Terzaghi or introduced by the Terzaghi to find out the bearing capacity, where it developed the equation for the C5 soil, which is cohesive and cohesive sand like soil. Okay, pi indicates that the intermolecular friction to that, and C indicates the cohesion, so that we will discuss that point in a later. So until now, we will stop our video here.